Well,
Let's do the ultimate podcast
ooh.
right now.
What about the Ultimate Warrior?
I don't have a sound drop for that.
You're getting some hand signals over there. I don't know if that means
You
something.
have a microphone.
Oh, it was me looking at my own hand.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were like an air traffic controller.
Everything's kicking in. All right, we good?
Good.
I've never seen you not say yes. We're good to go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I didn't know you were talking to me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought you got the song. I was waiting on that cue.
I got it right. Chill.
Yeah.
Ooh. Big Shaq.
Big Shaq. I don't even know if this guy's cool.
I don't know either.
This could be like dad rap, and we don't even know.
Yeah. Could have gotten arrested for touching kids or something.
I just like this. Yo. I just like this holiday intro. If you need to go on Spotify and look up something kind of fun, I was playing hip-hop holiday rap.
I like how he's calling himself Big Shaq. Like he's the big one.
Yeah, not to confuse him with
How
Shaquille
big is
O'Neal.
this guy? 8'11", 700 pounds.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's got he's like, oh, Shaq, you wear a size, what, 23 shoe? I'm 24 and a half.
Yeah. Got to use like car tires and make his shoes and stuff. I don't.
Wide width girth on that foot.
Yeah.
You know I had to get girth in there. Sweat Equity Podcast. You know we like to BS in this intro. Gets us warmed up. Gets us into it.
As opposed to the rest of the show, we're very serious business time talk.
Well, we've got interviews sometimes when we got people in here. And before, lest I forget, John Paul hitting the ones and twos for our video production side. You want to let him hear your voice?
You over there, buddy?
I'm
Taking
just
a
gonna
Perfect.
take my hand over here.
Remember, he's on a delay, so
Oh,
take it into
okay.
account. He's not a slow person. Well, he's
Oh wait.
not as slow as you think he thought he was once.
Well, we're literally setting. Y'all have been doing a great job getting this studio to be really professional. The sound should be a lot better. Let us know if it isn't. If you can hear a difference, if you listen to this podcast for a while. But we have them in like a real producer studio behind the glass, and
Not allowed in here.
not allowed ever in this
Smells
room.
weird.
Mm-hmm. It's not childproof
What?
for 'em.
You
Look
can't.
how real this studio is.
I can't see his face. This is too confusing. I'm gonna mute him.
We made a mistake, and we can't see his face behind the huge iMac that he's on. So there's not only a delay, but it's like he might as well be on the phone with us.
Yeah, might as well be in China.
1-800-COLLECT.
Do you think they have Chinese producer outsourcing we could do?
They
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, they're dispensable, probably. You know, I feel like they don't really care about their people that much.
You're right. They don't.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Tampaniac Pictures Productions Pictures. I was fucking Pictures.
Productions is no more.
That's where you need, if you're Tampa Bay local, that's where we do this podcast out of, but we try to make it kind of more national oriented. We don't want to stick local because while Tampa is the index city of the country, we've said that many a time, we have the exact population demographics of the country. We are the most American city.
Yes.
While we are.
And we are the most American men.
Well, you know what? If I want to get on a real jag about it, being entrepreneurial is to me very American. Like
Hell yeah.
I do feel like I always have to be grateful. I've been doing that thing. Wake up, write three things you're grateful for on your to-do list, kind of thing.
Have you?
I've been doing it every morning.
New ones every day that you're thankful for?
Yeah, y'all have made it on the list. Y'all have made it on there.
So there's 2.
Oh, not today,
Oh.
but I mean, like y'all have been on. You've been in there. You've been in the mix.
Good.
It's not a power
I
ranking.
should be number 1 every day.
Yeah, I'm gonna go my children first.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, y'all have made it through. Like, I'm very grateful for this podcast. We have a place to, we get about a dozen different benefits out of it. And right before we started, we talked about, hey, there's something to capitalize on as far as being consultants, because more people are asking us about, hey, I want to start a podcast. even though we don't think you should do it just for marketing purposes.
But it helps.
But it's a sister to the Tokubaga Consulting.
Yeah, and I mean, just me doing all this stuff, it's like I could parse this out somehow. Like, not everybody's wanting to do all this and go through all the growing pains that we've gone through.
And a lot of people don't know there's a low barrier to entry for podcasts as far as when you put it against like, other marketing tactics in a way.
I mean, we don't have to do video. A lot of them don't. A lot of people don't.
Right. And we should always be kind of speaking to the audio audience first.
Right.
Well, I mean, it's more intimate. I think that's going to be more of the audience for a while, right? Because podcasts, the best thing about podcasts is absorbing it while you're doing other things.
Yeah, I'll put like Rogan on treadmill or something, somebody that is going to be good to watch sort of thing, but I rarely watch them.
Yeah, I think when we do these mini breakouts, when you're doing the incremental, so shout out for that, your solo podcast, which is going to be nested underneath this RSS or whatever, the feed of sorts, and I'll do one. I think I'm leaning towards Sweat Lodge as the name.
Yeah, I like that.
Just
nice and broad. You don't have to be locked into stuff.
And then when we do one where we eventually have people, I have this fucking delusions of grandeur that I think we can do it, a swipe in show where people are going to ask us questions. We do it like every Wednesday at 12 standard time. We can promote it, but we can have people swipe in to ask questions. And I think we call that Advice City.
Yeah, that's good.
Playing
like
with our 80s theme.
Yeah, a little small A, small D.
Yes,
big V.
Something like that.
Yeah, I was actually just looking at the live stream studio software capabilities that we're now using, and I guess you can schedule a live Facebook video somehow.
Yeah, you can schedule it out like it's a TV show. Like we're going to be doing a real live production.
Yeah, they let you announce it, I guess is what it is.
So we can capitalize on a couple of things. We've been doing this as a passion project. There, if you want to hit our affiliate links that we'll put in the description of this episode, that helps the podcast. If you need a accounting software, FreshBooks. If you need
go freshbooks.com/sweat.
If you need a second business, you need a phone line, a business line.
Try grasshopper.com/sweat.
Don't use Google Voice because they don't want you to use a business. They don't want you to use it for business, and they can take down all your ads.
And they will find out. They already know.
Yeah.
They're already reading your thoughts on how you're going to screw them over.
They're
going to get you.
I don't know why that is, but just remember, anything that's free is probably not really free.
Yeah.
So,
and it probably sucks.
Right. There's always some limitation, and we're in a freemium kind of world now with all these apps and all these software or PaaS, products as a service, things like that.
Yeah.
And then our last sponsor, if you want to help out, if you need glasses, even sunglasses, Warby Parker. What's that? What is that?
That one's
Warby Parker trial.
Yeah.
.com/sweat.
Yeah.
Even my fat, stupid head looks good with the Warby Parker glasses. They send you 5. You can pick them out. I put in my prescription. No problems. Everyone's like, I don't know.
Sell them on the street. Change your address. You got a scam going, bro.
And I just like their story is amazing. It's it's like 5 college guys like at Business School Northwestern, and they were like, why the fuck? Why? And this is what we do from a comedian side of us is like we just look at things and go, why the fuck is that way?
Yeah.
Like all business solutions here or jokes to me is always like frustration of like, why the fuck are glasses $300?
Yeah. I mean, that's like stand up in general. Like you're looking at it from a different angle. Nobody's thinking about make a good point on it,
Yeah. I think a lot of guys do the self-destructive, here's how I see it. I just kind of look at it like I'm trying to look at it almost like everybody, right? Like, why do we sit in traffic so much in this small metropolis? It's fucking insane, right?
What are the flying cars?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
I like
Back to the Future's.
Fuck you, Biff.
It's not accurate.
Let's give a shout out to our buddy JT Brown. If you listen to the last episode, singer-songwriter, which I didn't know if that was the appropriate term to call him.
Yes, he confirmed.
Well, I feel like that's only reserved for ladies. I feel like he didn't want to say that. I only hear women be called singer-songwriters.
Yeah.
Hashtag me too.
I don't go around labeling people, man.
Yeah, but he just did a video that he kept it under wraps the whole episode, but I guess he's having a little baby boy.
Did you come in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he dropped some loads.
I think so.
And his girlfriend.
Did you come in my burrito?
Girlfriend.
I didn't.
See?
And his boo.
Perfect.
And apparently there's a... What is that thumbs up? What are you giving me over there, John Paul?
Like, your mic is on. Just talk.
I like to come in the burrito.
Oh.
Okay.
Mine every single time.
All right. I thought you meant I need to talk louder with a thumbs up. Now, if you want to do like you like that,
Right.
how about the okay? Like
It's
when you do the
scuba.
butthole?
Yeah, in scuba diving, they don't get the thumbs up means you got to go up to the surface.
Yeah. So all you can see is his hand
This is okay.
rising up. I want both hands, actually, because, in previous episodes we've talked about some proclivities you're getting used to.
Yeah.
So it made me... There's apparently a sweet high five at the end of this video that he made an announcement on.
Yep. To his girlfriend.
Yeah, way to keep it in.
Good job, bro. Is what it was.
And to be fair, we would make fun of him if he was here.
Without the high five.
Yeah,
I mean-
and it reminded me of how awkward engagement photos are.
Yeah. It's like, you guys don't know.
Did you have to? Did you do them?
No engagement photos, no.
It's so like they're my favorite. I saved all my friends' ones that I saw pop up on my feed. I just put them in a folder called Blackmail and Friends.
Yeah.
And like my
For later
favorites,
use.
my buddy Vince, who's like a pretty strong individual, pretty
Strong hands.
super
Very
like just
powerful.
always in shape kind of guy,
Mhm.
and he's playing like fake tug of war with his wife. And I'm like, he would own your shit. Like,
Yeah.
you guys have never done this ever.
It's a good representation of marriage. I'll say that.
Yeah. Well, if he had it by a thread and she had most of the
Oh.
rope, that would make
That's
sense.
cute.
Yeah. There was one where they were both on a ladder, looking up or looking down. I can't remember. It was so awkward.
Yeah.
Like, you guys have never climbed a ladder at the same time together.
Yeah.
What did you do?
Nobody climbs ladders at the same time. That's dangerous.
I took mine and made them into like USA Today, like fake USA shows, because
Okay.
they look like Monk.
Yeah.
Ours look like an ad for Monk or like
Mr. Robot?
yeah, like there's a certain style USA shows have.
I think so.
That are a little bit-
Suits? I don't know.
Yeah, a
I'm
little
just trying to
glossy,
name-
like a little like soft lighting and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I don't know. People just like to have an excuse to get nice pictures taken.
we did.
I know.
We got them.
It was fun.
If you're watching the video, they're scrolling behind us.
Yeah.
Well,
Not that one.
even though we may have to do it again.
What? You
look,
were not in a great mood that day.
I was not in a great mood. Yeah, I'm not always in. I usually try to go with the flow, no matter what. But physically, I look like shit. But also mentally, I was just out of it.
Yeah.
So,
I could do a lot of magic in Photoshop, I think.
you've done a great job with what you got. But if we're doing a parody, right?
Right.
We got to you have to really hit it. And I think we got about 80%.
Yeah, I know. It
So,
does.
like-
It's definitely a borderline. Like, are these guys being
Gay
serious?
erotica?
Like, what is this?
So like,
Should have brought microphones. I'll try and Photoshop microphones into the picture.
well, we can redo him. Friend of the program, Joe Sale. He'll do reshoots, I'm sure, for us.
Especially if we mention it on air and put him on the spot.
He'll be back on soon, anyway.
Well, I'll wait to bring it up till then.
So let's talk. We've talked to a lot of clients about this. PR, right? What is PR these days? We have a lot of law firm clients, and we talk about when we're doing that kind of intro meeting, we go, "Are you guys? What awards do you have? What badges do you have?
Yeah.
Other than
Pieces of flair.
other than the school, the certificate, Florida Bar Association, is always going to be
That
on there.
everyone has and is required to have.
Do you have an AVO, your 10 for 10 little badge? That little image on websites, it matters a lot.
Yeah. People want to see it.
Even if it doesn't even they don't even know what it is. The one that has it's SSL secure. I want to make a bunch of these fake ones for us.
Yeah.
And just put them at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's and it has to look like shitty clip art. Some of them, right? Like,
right. Like they'll send. There's ones I did for my wife's dental office that it was like, well, here's the PNG file. You just write your name in and you can post it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, cool.
Yeah. The legit ones will code it. They'll give you the code to.
Got some of those too. I mean, she actually does have some actual ones.
No.
I think.
So
but
when we're talking about a lot of small businesses, credibility is a big thing. That's what PR is helping you do in a lot of ways. Because when you're new on the block, you're trying to go what's called top of the funnel. If you look at the sales funnel, it's the awareness level. If it's a beer bong funnel, think of it where all that warm foam Keystone Light is, right? So that's what's called the awareness level, if you break it into threes. And so the next rung down is kind of credibility, right?
Yeah.
So people find out about your video services, but now they need to know that you're legit.
Yeah, it's like a next level thing beyond the word of mouth. Oh, they did a great job on mine. Look at it.
So have you made best of the local? Oh, they're the best in their local area. Okay, that's good. They've won awards. But they won't ever look in. It's like when people throw out, hey, studies show this, this, and this, but you never look at the actual study to see how legit it is.
Yeah, well, I do. If I want to talk about it,
we do because we've talked about it so much that and I think we like breaking down.
Yeah, most of all, I think we don't like being wrong or looking stupid. And it's just like I want to be able to understand what's happening and communicate it correctly. So that
this show puts us on blast for sure, but I'm saying we know what we don't know, but if your instincts are like, I don't think that's right. I don't think 1 in 4 women are raped at college. Like that does
sound high.
That seems aggressive. So when I hear stats like that, no, that's like a real stat being.
Yeah.
How about this? Let's keep it lighter. The income equality.
Mm-hmm.
Like it seems like and I'm not getting political with it, but it does seem like only the Democrat side does float out 78 cents on the dollar.
Right.
Men to women or women to men.
It just doesn't make sense.
And more women are
financially. More
women are in higher education, and then I read a stat 38% make more than their spouses now. So I mean, it doesn't. From a business owner perspective, we know we don't give a shit what you are.
Yeah, you're not getting
as long as it doesn't get in the way.
Yeah, 22% pay cut if you have a vagina.
Right.
It's like you're getting paid the same thing. And it's just this big amalgamation of people who don't work, and it's like a transition from older times where it's like that number will go away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
saying? They said it's voluntary too. So look at it the other way. Not that it's pressure from who's hiring, but it's also voluntary that there is a thing where females that have kids would prefer voluntarily pull back.
Yeah.
And they choose less risky jobs, which is the other big one.
Yeah, it's 22%, which is probably pretty close to the amount of time somebody would take for maternity leave out of a year.
So anyway, back to I didn't want to get too much of a tangent, but and if you want to, we had a really good conversation with our friend Carly Bowden. If you want to go back to the Halloween-ish area, early November, probably.
Yeah, it's easy to pick out that thumbnail.
But we talked about that at length in that episode. If you want to go back and kind of go over it, because she's kind of on the same. I've never heard a female kind of in long form conversation talk about that. So that was a really cool one.
Yeah, it was. It's just rare to have anybody who would spout that stat would also be involved in working in a type of job that made a lot of money or something.
Yeah, and I think she feels like we do, where it's like, don't victimize from this stat. Don't pull this stat out of your ass all the time. Like, just go work like she does.
Yeah, it's a weird
so.
one.
So these badges, these little images, these little credibility things, like I want to call them what do you do when you're in the Boy Scout? You get the sash, you get the little
badges.
Are they badges? Patches?
Merit badges?
Merit badges. That's what I was looking for. That's what I want to start calling them for what we're going to do. We're going to start putting them all over our stuff.
Yeah. Hey, we won an award.
Yeah. What if we made it LLC? What if we made an LLC that's Podcast Awards something or other?
Just any awards.
Universe Podcast Awards. best of the universe.
Well, I mean,
And
if
then
we're going to do that, then we just make it for everything
that's what I'm saying.
and sell our services as awards.
So the reason I'm bringing this up is because I last night saw we have on our site, if you go to Tocobaga, TOCOBA.GA, if you go to our site, we have a Drift app that is a little chat bot. And it looks like I'm sitting there waiting for people to come to our website to talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
But all it does is it's supposed to connect right to my phone. So there's your little pragmatic advice. If you're trying to get more visitors to convert into leads from your site, this is a free app. It's called Drift. If you go to Drift app, I believe,
Yep.
.com, and you're seeing more and more of these chat bots pop up.
Drift is great. I mean,
and
for free,
they're doing a lot of other stuff too.
I think they have a limit on number of conversations per month where it's like 100. If you go over 100, it shuts it down or whatever. But I mean, it's customizable enough.
If you're getting to
make it
100,
look pro.
you can pay for it.
Right, exactly.
If you're getting to that point, unless you're just sending about a bunch of garbage traffic over.
Well, we have it hooked up on Nikki's site on Forest Hills Dental, and
Your wifey's.
there are a lot of people like looking for free dental advice where it's like they're in Jamaica.
Sure.
It's like I could see that you're in Jamaica there,
Right.
and it's like, well, I don't have time for this. It's
So you can filter those IPs out too. So one thing that's cool is you can see people's IPs. You can see sometimes what kind of screen they're looking at it on.
Yeah, I mean, we got location info on it.
Yeah, and then over time, what you can do is create an FAQ kind of decision tree for a chatbot. So you see it. If you ever go on Verizon or any of your internet providers to get like help, they push you to these now before you get. It's like the automated phone thing. You're like, can I fucking talk to a person?
I know.
I didn't ask for this.
Yeah, it's. I mean, the AI of it is going to get crazy where it's like they don't even need these people to fill these questions. Once they answer, I mean, how many questions for a cable company could there be?
Permutations of that.
I mean,
fucking billion.
Right. Okay. So we'll get to 1 billion. Then they're done.
But they can knock out. I bet they can knock out. This is the way I look at it. You can knock out probably 30% of a lot of questions.
That you think that's as? I think it'd be way higher than that. Well, I mean, you have an FAQ on a lot of websites. That stuff answers the most frequently asked ones, and they know what people are getting asked.
So part of it's a vehicle to get those FAQs in a way that feels like it's engaging, right? Because we're all kind of video gamey.
Yeah.
We want things to come to us too. Like, like we knew. Eventually we'll get our
Can
website
I
that
interject?
No.
No.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
We've been using Drift on our website, and I've kind of had the problem that it's hard to get past the first initial interaction because you have the people that come through and they say hello and they want some information, but you really got to hit them hard with that first response saying, maybe setting up an appointment or getting them to, commit more because it's hard to get them to even respond after a hello, even after you're like, hello.
So what you want to do is make sure that very first response is always automated and ask for their information, phone number, email address, anything that they'll give you so that you can follow up if you don't get to it. Is huge. And
get the app on your phone or on all your devices. You can also make a window of when that chatbot's open or that little pop-up hits people for it to hit you on your phone.
Right.
So if you're like, hey, I'm only really going to look at this from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., otherwise I can't be on my phone doing this.
And you can leave an away message.
But most of the time, yeah, even if you just have that one question, ours is like, how can I help you? And it has my picture on it. Sometimes they'll fill out their email right there. So you can follow up after that.
Yeah.
I've done that a lot.
That doesn't seem to be enough for me. Just the hello, how you're doing. That hello needs to be more like,
is it
hello,
your picture
and
there?
Give me more information.
Is your headshot there? Is it like a real headshot?
Yeah, it looks good.
I mean, is it like you wear a monkey mask or something silly, or is it like?
Well, now that you say headshot, no, it's not like a headshot. It's me holding a camera at an event.
Yeah, but that thumbnail is like so tiny. It's like a.
Oh yeah, I know what picture you're talking about. You gotta change that out. Yeah, you got a nice picture the other day.
You want to see a face. You're right. You just want face.
Go on our site and like mine looks like a little bit customer servicey almost because it's a headshot, so it pops up like
Yeah, I had one that was
You're right.
like us in the podcast cut out with headphones on and a microphone.
Yeah.
That might be the way to go.
Yep.
Take a screenshot after you're done. Use that. Makes it look like you're a customer service guy.
But do you have any other like just one-liners that might work?
Well, okay, so like good design, right? We talk about the ROI of design, and it's kind of undervalued in our work, in our world, until you get to that like upper echelon area. But design really in a business sense is, I look at it first at what's the most ROI you can get out of design. So even in your office, like we haven't done a great job here, but like I look at flow and like, how can you maximize the most by how everything's arranged? Websites, we definitely do this. So
He's talking about like he wants some one-liners back.
No, but I'm giving a metaphor that
Oh,
good design on a site, we're leading your eyes to where we want you to go without you realizing it, right?
yes.
So the same thing said with the question. It's like we want to try to get you into like these 3 buckets probably, but at the end of all of it, the outcome is we're going to get your information.
Yeah. I mean, you got to create a sense of urgency somehow. Get them in there.
Yeah.
What do you? What's the big problems? What do
people ask
Is
the
it a
most?
rejection? Money too much? Is it? What is it?
So I get the feeling that when they are talking to a bot, they don't want to be pushed because it could feel weird to put all this information in to a bot just off of a hello.
So most won't know it's a bot, by the way. That's the idea.
Maybe
Sometimes
pick the
the
email.
responses can seem a little candid or like, just typical. So it just seems like a bot. It's hard not to seem like a bot at first.
You're analyzing too much, though. I think
Yes, he definitely does that.
you got to remember, like most people are doing this on the toilet. Like, they're kind of they're feeling it out, which is going to go back to our credibility. We're gonna bring it back into this, but they're feeling out your company to see if you're legit, right? So most people are probably going on there. Hey, do you have any pricing menus? Do you have any, or do you have any examples? Some reels?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I guess that's the best. What are they asking for?
Yeah, you're right. And right off the bat, you should probably just hit them and say something like, hey, we are, busy here, and we know your schedule is probably pretty busy, and maybe can you just tell us exactly what you're looking for? Can we set up an appointment?
Wait,
That's a
off
bit wordy,
that
but
first maybe response should be like a paragraph of just like, hey, this is how it goes. We know you're probably just randomly contacting us, and we want to get back to you, blah, blah, blah.
All right. So you're way overanalyzing this. First thing, just get something that asks a question. Just start it there. Something short.
how long have you been engaged? That's something kind of personal that isn't businessy. It's
Sure. And what I found too, if you don't get right back to the person immediately, then you've lost them.
No, but you don't if you can capture their info. And in Drift, sometimes it procures that info for you if they're logged into Chrome or Safari. Sometimes it can pull that info.
might be
It
an
does,
upgraded
yes.
service, but I don't know.
But you can also, I've done it where they haven't given that info. I found their name or some piece of information where I can go through and go to LinkedIn or something and find them that way. Hey, I saw I missed you. I apologize. I was on another call. How can I help you? And I start the conversation over.
Yeah, I think you're right. If they're
That's a
in
good idea.
Chrome, I think it'll sometimes populate like their photo in there or like their little profile thing. I don't know if it's Chrome, but
They may give it. It may pull it. I can't remember, but
I've seen it.
at any rate, it builds credibility that to them that someone's engaging with them, because on the small business level, no one does this, right? This is a little bit unique. You see it in the big companies, but there's not a lot of people using Drift at small, micro, nano, local, whatever you want, startup level for engagement. So that builds a little bit more credibility that you have that professionalism, that you've thought about this too.
It's a nice buffer to have that go through the website. They can basically text with you anytime they want without you having to, go over the top with giving them your personal cell number or something like that.
How about this? The Drift app is like doing 10 minutes of yoga a day. It doesn't hurt. It can't hurt, really. It's just it doesn't have any really disadvantage. You're not really going to dissuade a lot of people. They probably already were curmudgeons beforehand.
If you get the right wording in there and they know that you may or may not be able to respond right away, then you should be good.
So
it's not going to hurt anything.
I know I got the 3-minute signal, but we got a little bit more, a little extended. What's your heart out, Eric?
I'm good.
What, you got 5?
No, I'm good.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
Well, I want to bring it back into this credibility part. So, when you're what we call an immature business, we have this identity issue going for us right now that people, I know we're good at what we do. We've been bad at promoting the work we've done, and we've done a lot of fucking work. And so it's frustrating, and that's something we're going to work on. But the credibility of having a portfolio up and all those things, it's good, but it's not. If you have more like third party something recognizing it.
Yeah.
In our world, everything's about like, what have you done? If we're looking at hiring a subcontractor, I want to see the work. That's all I give a shit about.
Dude, that's any industry.
But that's not how that's not how a lot of people, they look at it for hiring sometimes in our stuff, but a lot of the time the other part is they want to see that little subconscious thing that shows like,
yeah, the nice warm hug.
I only got Google AdWords certified so I could put that little thing on there.
Yeah.
Makes
you feel good, makes them feel good.
I only want us to be a Google partner so I can put it on the footer of our page.
Right. Yeah.
I
know. I did. I still never took that test. I was like, we have the same amount of knowledge, but you get to put the little badge on there.
Exactly. But we should be accruing these personally or individually, and probably split it up. Like, I'll do Evernote, you do Hootsuite, and then eventually we'll.
World's Best Dad. I already got that.
You got that one?
Yeah.
I got the mug though. How'd you get that?
I have the mug too.
The fuck?
You just buy those, I guess.
So, so we got an award for the best of Tampa 2018. To me, it already smelled bad because it listed us as best business management consultant for Tokabaga Consulting.
Yeah, they just saw consulting and we're like, oh,
so that threw me off. I saw that as the category we won. I'm air quoting. We won an award, right?
Yeah.
So you go to this. It's a scam. It's kind of a beautiful scam in a way. I like my hat's off. Almost.
It's a mutually beneficial scam.
Right. So they put a press release together that you can use free of charge. That we're gonna do this. I want to maximize this free award we got. Boop, 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 boop. What they get money from is they go, hey, if you want to buy the trophy, the glass trophy, that literally I want to price it out and kind of follow this up. I want to see how much that actually costs if I got it made.
I know.
It's like
we should get some trophies around here.
It's like you go to a car dealership and there's those little glass trophies, JD Power and Associate,
the murder weapons. They're like these 14-pound sharp objects,
but they're like glass.
Yeah,
it looks like a really bad
the 2
BCS
Diamonds Award
national championship trophy in a way, and there's a bunch of them on the table when you walk in.
Number 2 in the whole region.
We don't have people we're not retail oriented, so we don't have people walking in here like that. So that doesn't matter to us. But the trophy's $200, the cheapest one.
What, the one for the award, or just random?
The award we won.
Oh,
for
we need to undercut that shit.
A 10-inch glass, think of a candy dish at your grandparents' house that's all glass and upright.
Yeah,
and it's like that, and it's the shittiest graphic too.
You can definitely get it cheaper than that. Let's just reproduce
you need it for $20.
Yeah, with
your shit on there. So then they have a plaque that's like glass plaque, which I've never even seen, I don't think, that is $250. But I get it. Like, you guys don't realize this too, though. I'm gonna make fun of this. At the same time, that's what a lot of these awards are. People don't realize you pay basically to get the award. A lot of awards, a lot of these certifications, the 40 under 40 or the 100 best people under 100 years old or whatever it is. You're paying to play.
Yeah, most of them. There's like the Nobel Prize. I don't think you have to pay to get into that.
Shout out to technically my former boss, Eugene Fama, and Ken French, that won the Nobel Prize for passive investing theory. Got it. Soundboard fucked up.
I was gonna do a Ric Flair.
Oh, I thought you were going crickets, or Price is Right horn.
Cricket myself.
But yeah, Nobel Prize qualifiers a little bit harder. Yeah. On these little badges, these little certificates, these awards. It's if you want to win the local paper one, you're gonna. Hey, you know how you do this without kind of straight up saying it? Buy some ads in their in the paper, and you'll
pay a little money.
Probably get something in return.
Yeah,
wink nod, wink nod.
Well, it's like for John Paul in the wedding business. They got wedding wire. They got all these
the knot.
Yeah, the knot, all that stuff. It's like we were looking at it. It's like you can win an award. You got to be a member for $114 a month, and get all our other benefits. But you might be up for an award too.
I just want to get like a gaudy amount of those.
I never use a 5-star man anymore.
I want to get just a gaudy amount of them, almost as like if you're with us, kind of on the tongue-in-cheek kind of branding message we have.
Like the Middle Eastern dictator who's never fought in a war but has every award they give out.
Yeah.
Wow, what a hero.
I just want a bunch of helmet stickers all over the place. Like Ohio State's little Buckeye thing.
I hate that.
Well, but I mean, like, at a certain point, it just gets stupid. Like, the best player has, like, one on his fucking visor.
Yeah. And there's no criteria for what you get them for.
So, but right, it's the same thing to me. It's like, how did you get that? Is it fumble recovery or is it
perfect attendance to practice?
Right. So my thing is like I want to do this as a test and just use our power of what we know. I'm going to put the article out there like we really won something that has merit to it. Mm-hmm. While I do think we are this.
It is a fun experiment doing it this way where we just straight up tell everybody we're going to do it and we're going to lean into it and see what happens.
Yeah.
It's a fun little gimmick.
And I'm going to push it through personal stuff and say, hey, we won this award, but I'll call it out tongue-in-cheek style.
Tell our wives, award.
Yeah. And then...
I'm sorry!
And then I'll change it up a little bit. It kind of connects to all this. Drift, awards, that kind of stuff is on Tocobaga, TOCOBA.GA. I'll have another article up probably right next to this about apps we love. I want to start putting these out a little bit more to help a little bit more content for this show too.
Maybe we should do like a hot apps section. What are we into now?
I just
you don't have to write about it a lot.
I just call it like apps we love or something like that.
Can I start you out with some apps?
Yeah, but I'm big into the automation, productivity. How do we get a lot done with not a lot of human people doing it in a way?
Yeah, we could use some more human people.
They're cheat codes in a way, but I don't like using cheat codes because it sounds like we're cheating. It's
that's the 2-minute warning.
Chutes and ladders.
Random.
A little bit. I don't know. Trying to think
what is that? What do you mean?
Trying to think of a good name for it. Anyway, automation tools like IFTTT, if this then that. That's what it stands for. That's more home and business. There's Zapier, which will connect apps that don't connect. I think there's about 700 on there. If you have Microsoft Office, you probably have Microsoft Flow, which is a period tracking. No, it's.
I was gonna make the same fucking joke.
It's you can make recipes. You can make Flow. So like one app we love and I wrote about is Pipedrive CRM, and Pipedrive has that P on it. Go to our site to read the whole thing, but if you like a visual chart of your sales funnel, which I like.
Ooh, I do like that.
Like an upside down MC Escher staircase, I say.
I know what you mean.
Where you have
top
of the funnel, you got 20 clients that are interested. Middle of the funnel, 10. And about to close, maybe 3. So you know visually every day you got a dashboard of your business development.
Yeah.
I hope that helped. We did a lot more than I thought we would.
We did a lot today. We did good.
We covered a lot of ground. JP, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Eric,
What? What?
I'm putting on your computer camera.
Is this the first time?
Give the people what they want. Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah, show them.
I don't know what you want.
I've been looking at that all day.
They want that
have to.
upskirt look at your chin.
Nip slip.
But Sweat Equity Podcast, thanks for hanging. Thanks for being a listener, a viewer in 2018. We're going to keep nerding out and get this thing better and better.
Write down the listeners tomorrow morning on your 3 things that
Grateful?
you're thankful for.
Yeah. It has put a lot of things in context. Even just being in America. I mean, seriously, it sounds corny. But
Mailing it into yourself?
yeah, but you know how good we have it sometimes?
I do.
What country we live in?
Yes. I'm going to start ending every one of them with a salute. I did it last time.
I like it. iTunes, Spotify,
SweatEquityPod.com.
YouTube, Facebook page, LinkedIn, Vimeo.
Your mom's toaster.
Her toaster. Get that Oster toaster.
Fridge.
Smart fridge. You can watch us on that, on a smart fridge. And Roku. We have a Roku
Yeah,
channel.
our Roku channel I need to update. Ooh, it's really a pain in the ass, actually.
If we're not on something, hit us up. We'll get on it.
Get on it.
Bye.
Bye-bye.